Hi Parkview staff. I wanted to introduce you to some new technology that I took home over fall break to study and interact with to kind of help you get used to how you could use it in the classroom. So, in this box is the Mirage Solo virtual reality headset. When we open the box, we will see the headset itself, and then we'll see a small box that contains a lot of important stuff that you need to use the headset. I've already taken it out. So in the box is the charger, the remote, and a teeny tiny user guide. Now, the remote and the headset itself need to be recharged. The headset lasts about 3 hours, the remote 12 hours. So you can charge them both with this same little charger. So keep that in mind. The user guide has a lot of great info, but I've also typed up and prepared kind of a quick start guide for you that's bigger. The words aren't so tiny, and it has just some quick tips that I think will help you. So I'll email that to you as well. On the remote, it's hard to see in this video, but there is a kind of a touchpad like you would have on your laptop. And so you can scroll using that, and you can also click just like your laptop pad. There's a minus sign button, and depending on what app you're in, that usually will help you go to the menu or pause and go to a menu, something like that. And then this Dreamcast button that's kind of pushed in has multiple uses. The main thing it can do is if you just tap it quickly, it will go back to the main menu of the virtual reality headset. So you can go to a different app, you can go to a different website, you can buy new apps, stuff like that. But the other really important thing it can do is when you're using the headset, if you are trying to point the remote straight ahead of you, but it's kind of looking over here, you have to recenter it. So you would point it straight ahead and hold that button down, and then it would recenter and get you all set up for use again. So that Dreamcast button's really important. You would charge it down here, and there's also a volume switch on the side so you can control that volume. So that's the remote. It's really important. Next is the headset itself. Really, really cool looking. On the back there's an adjuster so I can make it bigger. I can slide it on, and then I can adjust it to fit my head perfectly. It shouldn't hurt. I recommend pushing these pads onto your cheeks and then tightening it up. That'll give you the best fit, and it'll give you the best focus. It's kind of like those 3D glasses at the theater. You know, you're kind of like trying to get it all focused. Use this and kind of tweak it to get it perfect. There's a face pad that goes on your forehead. It'd be a great idea to wipe that with a Clorox wipe in between student uses. And then, of course, the lenses that you look through. So on the device itself, we have the power switch button. And then we have volume buttons, and this is where you plug in the headphones. You're definitely going to want to use headphones to experience the sound in the videos and in the apps. So why would you use this headset? Well, it can take you places, take your students places that they've never been. And in our teaching, we can tell students, we can show students, but to give them the experience of somewhere that we want them to know about is just priceless. So I was on this for about 45 minutes or an hour researching it, and I found that there are lots of apps for it. You can also just go to YouTube VR videos. That was probably my favorite thing because you can search for the specific content you're wanting your students to experience, and they're able to, you know, look around, 360 view around, look down, look up. I found a lot of good videos about science topics, about social studies, you know, regions and places on the map. But then when I went back to the Dreamcast menu, there's Google Street View, which you may look at on your phone, you know, when you're looking at directions. And so when I was in that, I was kind of amazed to see they've already kind of got what I would call virtual field trips set up. So there was a Washington, D.C., and when I clicked that one, I was able to go to the White House, the Washington Monument, the JFK Theater. So, and then when I got into those, I was able to walk around in that and explore. So that's a really good way to use it in your science and social studies content. there was a YouTube VR video, and it was going up through the layers of the atmosphere until it couldn't go up anymore. And so I was able to see what it looks like from a plane. And then even further up into the clouds, you could actually see the water droplets becoming ice and then snowing inside the cloud. That would be a really cool way to teach those science lessons on that. There's just a lot of uses for this product. Now, before you use it with your class, I recommend, again, take it home, get used to it yourself, because we don't want our students aimlessly surfing through YouTube. We don't want them buying apps on here. So my recommendation would be know exactly what app or video you want them to view, put the headset on in class, get it set up for them, put it on their head, and click start for them so you know they're not doing anything they shouldn't be doing, seeing anything you don't want them to see or anything like that. You will need to sign in on the device with your Google account, and it's easy to use that cursor to click the right letters and numbers and all of that to get signed in. It's not hard. It connects to Wi-Fi, so there's no need to put a phone in it or anything like other VR headsets. It's ready to go once you're connected to Wi-Fi. This particular one is ready for use at school. We do have two at school. They're stored in the computer lab closet, and I would be happy to help you figure out how to use this in your class. I was even thinking that reading teachers could use it for opinion essays. You know, if you were to visit China, which is the best site to visit and why? Which order of sites would you visit when you go to China, and why? I mean, it really could be used in a lot of content areas, and I think it would really amaze our students and inspire them. So if you have any questions, please come see me or email me. Use the quick start guide that I'm emailing you, and I hope to see you VRing very soon. Thanks for watching.